It's just me, or the more I study the possibility of Christ consciousness, the more I find myself reading and ultimately asking, what did Christ Jesus mean by this? And here's one of those instances. Do not tell lies and do not do what you hate, for all things are plain in the sight of heaven. For nothing hidden will not become manifest, and nothing covered will remain uncovered. That powerful saying in particular came from one of the hidden teachings of Jesus that delivers me immense and palpable fear for me, for you, and all of us, especially if you feel like you're struggling with your life. Therefore, my intention, which should be clear by the end of this video, is to try and uncover what this hidden teaching from Jesus might mean for me, for you, and for your life, at least in somewhat logical sense, and maybe possibly inspire you to do something about it. That is, of course, what Cliche Jeff does. Now, this particular topic and theme came to me because there appears to be this insatiable concept or idea that I continue to come across and be fed, which again absolutely scares me half to death. That man has suddenly uncovered society's plan of individual doom, and therefore we should plan our escape by checking out, remaining dormant, or altogether quitting. At least something to that effect. And look, some of the whys are certainly really troubling if you believe any of what's out there to believe. Certainly, I'm not suggesting that some of these theories don't have validity or that there aren't secret plans to conquer the masses strategically and tactically via whatever means man has uncovered as potential walls and blocks to your desires. Point being, let's agree that if you search deep enough, it's easy for one to see the common theme of the world is plotting and scheming against you and I and all of us. All of us, we are intentionally set up and destined to fail. There's just no hope. Why bother? However, to me, as the opening line reads, do not tell lies. So the fear this instills in me is around what I believe this truly means, which is that if you are using these theories to dictate how you live your life, then you are accepting of limitations, self-limitations that life is designing for you, which hides you from your truth and leaves you doing what you hate doing either way. For anyone who allows themselves to be controlled, therefore lacks self-control. Now, here's what this comes down to for me as one standard human, trying my absolute best, at least I think I am, to raise my standards. Fine. You are absolutely sick of what life has to offer, and you're suddenly catching on and will not fall into the trap. Cool. We get it. We got it. So now what? For going into stasis, going into retreat, running away and into silence is never going to produce a viable solution for you that isn't a lie anyway. No way, no how. The math doesn't math on that. And with that, let us delve into one of the specific lines again from the secret Jesus teaching that might help. For nothing hidden will not become manifest. Said another way from my perspective, doing nothing is not someone anything wants to do, and you will absolutely hate yourself for doing it. Anything said to the contrary is a lie and defies human instinct at its core. I, for one, sincerely believe you care about yourself and you want nothing more than to see the brightest future. Who doesn't? And if that is true for you, then this is what would equate to your future status when stuck in stasis. you will be as you are now, only in much worse shape to do anything about it. And that may not be as much of a shock as it should be to you as you are currently listening. And maybe it's because you're too young to not necessarily think that far ahead, but see that far ahead. Or maybe you're older than young and you stop looking ahead because of how far behind you see. But really meditate and pray on that thought if you dare. For nothing covered will remain without being uncovered. And what you will uncover is that you haven't uncovered a damn thing. For you quitting on anything, and if you hearing that you quit is a trigger, you're lying if you say doing nothing is not by definition quitting. Nothingness will uncover itself ever so slowly, painfully, and meticulously, almost like the slowest form of cancer, eating away at you as you insist on distracting yourself with lies. And again, don't tell lies. Hidden agendas aside, there's nothing requiring you to subscribe to any particular lifestyle being pumped and dumped. That is just another lie you tell to yourself. Truth to that lie is every moment you spend adrift and aloof, covering your insecurities for fear of doing something, anything, leaves you one step closer to manifesting your hell on earth. For all things are plain in the sight of heaven. Nothing hidden will not become manifest as partly your reality that you can't hide from what is coming, no matter how hard you try. Full stop. Period. Secondly, leaving nothing hidden means uncovering everything life could offer you by uncovering everything that you could offer life. Seeking your potential breeds passion, breeds endless possibilities, which is your heaven on earth, as it is reciprocal, bidirectional, and truly spiritual enlightenment, the actualization of self. And seriously, belief aside, isn't that what this is all about? No explicit descriptions or expectations, just the maximization of your time here. If you hide for yourself, you will always hate what you do. And that will always be the greatest truth delivered to you. For imagine your future self, after having indulged in constant nothingness, revealing itself to you in two forms. The one future you that is as you are now, and the future you that is everything hidden inside of you that was never uncovered. If presented those options, do I really need to ask, which one would you choose? For what's hidden in you is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. This possibility is your destiny, whether you choose to accept it consciously or not. For at the end of the saying, remember, it said that nothing covered will remain without being uncovered. That is the truest of destinies and outcomes that will reveal itself. The biggest lie you find when running from self-truth is that there's only so much time you can keep up your lie. Here's a story you might know to help emphasize. A shepherd boy who watched a flock of sheep near a village, brought out the villagers 3 or 4 times by crying out, "Wolf, wolf." And when his neighbors came to help him, laughed at them for their pain. The wolf, however, did come truly at last. The shepherd boy, now really alarmed, shouted in an agony of terror, "Pray, do come and help me. The wolf is killing the sheep." But no one paid any heed to his cries nor rendered any assistance. The wolf, having no cause of fear, at his leisure lacerated and destroyed the whole flock. You might say, there is no believing a liar even when he speaks the truth. The wolf of life is inside of you in plain sight of the heavens. And in the same way, nothing hidden will remain without being uncovered. Don't lie to yourself and stay stuck doing anything you hate doing. That means grinding towards finding the something meant for you, not staying stuck in your shoes. Change your mind, change your life. I am who I say I am. Do you and stay rich.